Hello, this is Renee, and Tom and I are on the Ultimate World Cruise, and we just docked in Copenhagen, Denmark. Once we were docked and cleared to leave the ship, Tom and I got on a bus to go to the metro station. We're going to try to navigate the train system again. Our goal for the day is go to the Tivoli Gardens and the Royal Palace. Copenhagen is the capital of Denmark, which boasts a rich history that dates back over 1,000 years. Originally a Viking fishing village established in the 10th century, the city was named Haven, meaning harbor. During the late medieval period, Copenhagen grew in importance due to its strategic location, controlling access between the North Sea and the Baltic Sea. By the 15th century, it had become the capital of Denmark. The city experienced rapid growth and prosperity during the Renaissance period, becoming a key player in the Hanseatic League. The 17th century saw Copenhagen become a fortified city with the construction of a series of bastions and moats, many of which are still shaped the city's layout today. The city was heavily damaged during the Great Fire of 1728, leading to the extensive rebuilding and development of the characteristic architecture that can still be seen today in the historic districts. Copenhagen continued to flourish, particularly in the 19th century, with the establishment of cultural institutions such as the University of Copenhagen, the Royal Danish Theatre, and the famous Tivoli Gardens. The city also played a crucial role during World War II, with its residents participating in the resistance against German occupation. So our first stop is going to be the Royal Palace because the gardens don't open up for another hour. The Itinerary Palace is located in the heart of Copenhagen and is the official residence of the Danish royal family. At the center of the square stands an equestrian statue of King Frederick V. The history of Amalienborg dates back to the mid-18th century. It was originally built as a grand residence for the noble families. The four palaces that make up Amalienborg were completed in 1750 and 1760 and were initially owned by four prominent Danish aristocrats. In 1794, a fire destroyed the original royal residence, Christianborg Palace, prompting the royal family to purchase the Amalienborg complex and move in. We didn't have time to tour this huge palace, so we only toured the royal reception rooms. We started off by going up the Queen's Staircase. Each of the four palaces have been used for different purposes, including official functions, private apartments, and guest accommodations for visiting dignitaries. And that put us into Alexander Hall, and it depicts the entry of Alexander the Great into Babylon. And then what I call the dish room. The Queen's Library with books that date back from the 18th century. Then the Abelgard room where the paintings hung in the Great Hall of the palace until the fire of 1794. Then to the dining hall, which was often used as a pantry for events in the Great Hall. Next room is the Green Room, and artists performing at the celebrations in the Great Hall use this room as a backstage facility. The Swedish Gallery, which was named after the Swedish kings on horseback in the gallery's paintings. Next up is the Great Hall, which can accommodate up to 400 guests for banquets, state visits, and New Year receptions. The Velvet Hall is where guests are presented to the Queen and the royal family at royal banquets. And we kind of blew by the corner room, but it's 4 generations of kings and large paintings of the Queen's father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and great-great-grandfather. Then you have King Frederick VI's room, then King Christian IX's room, and the carpet with the royal coat of arms was a gift from the Queen on the 40th Jubilee on her reign from the government and the Parliament. And then you have the throne room. The throne room is used by the Queen to receive foreign ambassadors, and from the balcony, Danish kings and queens are proclaimed. The Tower Hall has tapestries which portray scenes from Danish folk ballads. Then we go down to the King's Staircase. This palace was absolutely huge, and I wish we had more time to go through it. After we left there, we got a quick bite to eat at the local cuisine. After lunch, Tivoli Gardens was finally open. This historic amusement park dated back to 1843 and is one of the oldest in the world and offers a magical experience for everyone. We didn't have time to do the amusement part of the park, but we did tour the grounds. It is said that Walt Disney found inspiration for Disneyland here, and we can see why. The park officially opened August 15, 1843 and was an immediate success. Unfortunately, during World War II, the gardens was damaged by the Nazi sympathizers in 1943 who set fire to many of the buildings, including the concert hall and the glass house. They quickly rebuilt it after the war, and it continues to thrive and grow today. It is also home to one of the world's oldest operating wooden roller coasters built in 1914. The park was designed to provide a magical escape from the hustle and bustle of the city life, and it continued to evolve over the years, preserving its historical charm. The water feature at Tivoli Gardens is called Tivoli Lake. This picturesque lake is a central attraction in the park, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Everywhere you turn, there is fountains everywhere. After spending a couple hours there, we made a quick stop at the Lego store, which was right next door. We then walked back to the metro station to get on the train, to get on the bus, to get back to the ship. Here's our itinerary for the next 4 ports. Hey everyone, I'm thrilled to announce that my very first children's book is now published. Join Alphanet, or Al, our adventurous elephant, as he sets sails on an exciting journey across the seas. Can't wait for you all to meet Al and join him on his nautical adventures, and thank you all for your support, and I hope you and your little ones enjoy reading it as much as I enjoyed writing it. I'll leave a link in the description below. Happy reading! Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more adventures from every corner of the globe. See you at the next port!